Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of My Favorite Games. Today I'm going to be playing Castlevania Harmony of Despair. And this is on Xbox 360 as well as PlayStation 3. And I'm on the PlayStation 3 for this recording. It's funny because actually if I had a choice I'd be playing the 360 version, not due to any kind of technical superiority or anything like that. It's just that was the version that I had first. And so I've got way more time into that, and I have all the DLC and everything for that version. On this version, I've only got a few hours into it, so I don't have all the best gear anymore. And I've really only been playing with Alucard in this version, so I'm going to stick to that. But if you're unfamiliar with this one, that's not a surprise. You're one of many. This title's often overlooked, I think, when people are talking about Castlevania, and it's because, I think anyway, because it's a multiplayer game. I think a lot of people saw, what is that? Oh, it's multiplayer? They're trying to stick something that doesn't belong in Castlevania into Castlevania, so no, I'm not interested. But that's not how it went for me. I saw it and I thought, oh wow, it looks like classic Vania play. It looks fun having, a squad of people march through a castle, just whooping ass as a team, and I really like the soundtrack a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. This looks great. So I got it and fell in love with it, and I still like to drop in and play it every now and then, and just kind of enjoy the sights and sounds. I don't really play it online, and I'm not gonna for this stream, and I will demonstrate why, I guess. It's just because there's nobody playing it anymore. Let's see. Nope. It says there's nobody playing this anymore. I don't even think the servers are even up anymore. So it's just local only at this point, which is fine. Suits me just fine. You can actually still play with 4 people. You'll notice over on the left side it says press start for those 3 slots below me. It's a lot of fun playing it locally with people. I brought this to Midwest Gaming Classic some years back when my friends and I had a room there. We were trying to promote a podcast that I was on at the time, and this was one of the games that we picked. And we had 4 controllers set up, and people were stopping by and initially confused, like, what is this? It's a 4-player Castlevania game, what? And the camera, I think, threw some people off, and I'll explain that a little bit more later, but I was excited to show it off to people, and I know we definitely made some fans that weekend, so yeah, I'm just hoping more people will find out about this, and over time it'll kind of get the credit that I think it deserves, because I think it's actually a good Castlevania game. It's fun. So anyway, there are 6 chapters that launched with the game if you don't buy any of the DLC, and I've only got the 7th chapter for DLC on the PlayStation 3. I think there's as many as 12. There might be more than 12, I can't remember, but the 360 version isn't Xbox One compatible as of the time that I'm doing this taping, so that's why I'm playing it on PS3. Otherwise, I'd be playing my version with everything unlocked. But I'm going to start with the first chapter here, and characters is kind of a best of. It's like the who's who of Castlevania, right? We've got Soma, Alucard, Belmont, Shanoa, Charlotte, and Yoko. And if I'm not mistaken, there may even be 1 or 2 more characters that I'm missing on this version. I can't remember. Honestly, the characters I've played as, though, are Soma, Alucard, Shanoa, and Charlotte. Those are the ones that I put the most time into, and I know it says 0 here, but keep in mind I played this on the 360, so that's why it says that. You can equip all kinds of different gear, like in Symphony of the Night. You've got your right hand, left hand kind of thing. I've got sword and shield for Alucard. You have your spells mapped to the circle button along with a direction. And so you can only have 4 spells equipped at a time. And then you've got all your typical stuff, like feet, torso, head, cape, and accessories for equipment. and then you've got one slot for a usable item. So I put a super potion in there, restores all your HP. I probably won't need it for this first level. So, by the way, I love the flipping pages in the book here as the game loads. I think that's a nice little touch. So as this loads here, it's going to fire up and the music's going to kick in. I love the soundtrack. So, really strong guitar-based track here. Good rhythm guitar in the background, led by a fantastic lead guitar that almost sounds like it could be a vocal part. So, a little bit of info on what exactly I'm doing here, what the point is. This would be a good time to demonstrate this too. So when it started, this was the camera angle that I began with, right? I actually manually zoomed it in to this level, and they don't make it readily apparent that you can do that. So when we were at Midwest Gaming Classic, we had these people picking it up and trying to start a match here, or game, whatever, and they would look at it like this and be like, man, how do you see anything? You know, it's so zoomed out, it's impossible. And so I kind of had to babysit the station and zoom it in for people pretty regularly. But once they saw it, it was like, oh my god, this changes everything. I actually had some people who had been playing it for like 20 minutes, and I didn't know. I was busy doing something else. I go over there, they're like, yeah, we've been making do. It's fun. I just wish you could see more. And I showed them how to zoom in, and they were like, oh my god. But anyway, back to the original point I was going to make. The whole purpose of this is for me to get up to that boss, right? It says target up there in the upper right corner. And you notice the clock in the upper right corner once I zoom back out again. I've got that much time to get to the boss, or it's considered a failure. So really this is, you could say, a boss rush game, where you're just trying to zoom through the levels as quickly as you can and get as much loot as you can along the way before killing the boss. The way loot works is you've got all these treasure chests, and they're all color-coded, right? So different colors have varying levels of useful items or rarity. And sometimes it's worth your while to go off the main path and collect those, and other times it's not. The thing with having multiple characters going at this at one time is you guys can all kind of split off and go grab as much stuff as you can and still meet in the middle or meet right by the boss. So it won't take nearly as long to go collect everything as it would if you were trying to do it by yourself like I am here. And when you go collect a box, it's not just the person who opens it who gets the stuff inside. Everybody gets something from it. So that's your incentive to kind of go collect all those with your party and split up.
Come forward!
Get that lever. If I had a teammate, it would have just opened up that path for them down there. And then they could have gone ahead and grabbed some treasure. I can't talk. Treasure chest that I would have otherwise passed up, like I am right now. That's what happens. I accidentally hit the right thumbstick. That's why the camera's kind of juddering around like that. Because it lets you pan. You can kind of look around here and see where you want to go next. I wish it would turn off when you were in the zoomed in view, but I guess I understand why it isn't. It's not like I hit that accidentally all that often, but when it does happen, it's kind of like, ah, what was that? Oh yeah.
Come forward! Come forward!
So notice that that boss way up in the corner is shooting that beam all the way across the map. I love that. I love that he can interact with you from way off in the distance where I can't reach him yet. So like I said, very much a sort of best of approach here. A lot of returning enemies from previous Castlevania games. And in this stage in particular, I see a lot of them that have been in like Symphony of the Night. Some people, I guess, have a cynical take on that, where they feel like they're just, you know, Konami reused assets for the sake of making this game cheaper and easier, but I don't know. I've been playing Castlevania games for a long time, and I kind of like the idea of seeing them presented like this. You know, this kind of mashup of sorts. I appreciate it. I dig it. Alright, so I'm going to go fight the boss, and the boss music is going to kick in. One of my favorite tracks. Ah, crap. Yeah, here we go. Going for a ride.
Come forth!
Whoops, should have jump kicked there. Oops.
This ends now.
Got him. Piece of cake, first boss down. So now what happens, right? I'm playing by myself here, of course, but if I was playing online, what would happen is you get the chest here, and you don't have to open it right away, right? Everybody looks at the clock and says, okay, guys, we got 22 minutes. Look on the map here. There's like, what, 8 chests that I can see that we haven't opened yet. We should go open one of those. We should go get as many of those as we can and get back here in 20 minutes because we want to get all the loot, right? And then while you're discussing that, somebody just goes and opens the boss chest and and ends it all for you. Which is fine sometimes, because it's not always worth your time to go try to collect all those other chests, I don't think. The best stuff comes from the bosses and the purple chests, so I think a lot of people will try to just go run through the boss as quickly as possible and try to get better loot that way, almost exclusively. Which is fine. I mean, you can play it however you want, right? But... Alright, so now I'm going to hop to Chapter 4, which is another one of my favorites. And I like the boss in this chapter. He's the, I don't remember his name. I just call him the Mad Painter, the Mad Artist. He uses blood and body parts and dark magic to make messed up creations that he thinks are art. Also, I love this stage. This is another big mansion one. The stage that I was just on was really more of a big castle. And while I guess this has a lot of stone walls and foundation and stuff, there's more of a mansion feel to this one. And you'll see why as we get into it. But there's a lot of great little details in the background that I like. I actually need to go the other way over toward Frankenstein there, but I wanted to come into the bake shop just as a quick example of the detail that I love in this game. And it's not just this game. I know that these areas are brought in from other games, but You've got like all the little cubby holes basically in the background where they've got the breads and the croissants and things like that. And here you've got the counter with the glass jars and dishes and stuff with all the different sweets. I like that kind of detail. Somebody sat and, you know, took the time to put all that in there. And little details like that, I think, go a long way toward helping a game like this feel like you're actually in a space. But anyway, that's it for the bakery shop. I'm going to get moving here because I know that there's nothing else in that direction that I need. Oh, also, look at that ghost maid up there. I love her stupid vacuum cleaner. It's got just a big old skull for the shop vac part of it. It just kind of cracks me up. I love the enemies in Castlevania. They're all, you know, kind of gothic horror, and I love that, but some of them, like that ghost maid, are just kind of dumb, but in like the most fun way that you could be dumb.
Come forth! Come forth! Come forth!
Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to grab this tiramisu here. Make a short work of these guys really quick. It's such a beautiful game, really. I mean, I know that there's a lot of kind of pixelized art here, and it's not even really enhanced all that much, especially in the case of some of the assets brought over from DS Castlevania games. There's really not anything that they changed, and some of it doesn't look great as it's blown up onto a bigger screen here, but I still just love all the little details. I adore all of the visual flair all over the maps. Like even right up here in this room at the top, you see the words that you can kind of barely make out because they're so pixelated. Means nothing, right? It doesn't add a ton, but when you've got just like a million little things like that all over the place, they just kind of all add up and give the place, they give it life. They give it all a feeling that there's something there, you know? I don't know, I guess words fail me at the moment, but I'm a sucker for the details. If you've been watching my stuff at all, you know that I really appreciate little details like that. And all the paint smears all over the floor and ceiling here. Oh, so back there, I forgot to point out, I jumped off of that enemy to reach that higher point. If I had teammates out here with me, other players, I could have jumped off of them instead of trying to lure the enemy over there for that. I love the sky in the background too that you can see through the windows. I'm such a sucker for a pretty sky.
Come forth! Come forth!
This is so the perfect game to play in October. As Halloween starts getting closer, or you know, even September. Putting this in and kind of feeling the season. I love it. I do revisit Symphony of the Night almost every Halloween or every October, really. I think I've missed a few in the last 5 years or so, maybe 2 or 3, but I do often put it in around that time of year, and I'll play through it completely. Well, not 200%, but you know, I'll get all the way through both castles. Sometimes I'll skip some bosses, but it's really just kind of about revisiting it. It's such a perfect fall game. This one too, I think this came out in the summer actually, but I was pretty into it when it was the fall that it had first come out. Yeah, why not? I'll collect this chest, even though it's a wooden one. Alright. And if you're wondering, I'm not controlling where these paintings are bringing me. It's just, I know where they go from having played this enough times, so I kind of know the route.
Come forward!
Alright, almost there. Definitely closing in on the boss here pretty soon. These are long stages. Sometimes when you don't know the route, you can get lost and actually... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I gotta turn on the elevator there. What did I miss? I missed something here. Shoot. There was a switch. I probably walked right by it. Ah, now I gotta go through that route again. I'm just making my point that I was going to make, proving it. When you kind of get lost, it can take a little bit of time. You can actually chew through the half hour that they give you to get to the boss pretty quickly. Yeah, I think the switch was right over here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. There we go, now my elevator's moving up there. Almost back. Oops. I mean, if anything, the extra time gave us more of a chance to listen to the awesome soundtrack, right? So there's that. Okay, now I should be up there again. That little SOB has been following me for the longest time. Okay, so don't go in this painting. This is the one that'll warp you back to the beginning if you're gonna play this level. You want to get to the mirror here to find the boss.
Blood art technique.
And look at his awesome studio here. It's so messed up. I love all of the crazy skull body part art here.
Dark metamorphosis.
Oh crap, now I'm poisoned. That's gonna hurt.
Blood art technique. A painting of the soul. I'll make you my masterpiece.
Taking a lot of hits so far.
This ends
now.
Got him. That was quick. Didn't even need to heal. I love that boss fight though. He's cool. I love the messed up art in his little studio lair thing there. Now, Daybreak. I'm not familiar with that sword that I got, so I'm gonna go take a look and see if it's better. Yeah, actually it hurts quite a bit. Let's do it. Let's do it. It takes my defense down a little bit, but I don't care. I'm willing to deal with the extra hit. It's like double the offensive power that I had. So that sounds like a deal to me. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the last chapter here of the base game. I'm gonna go fight Dracula and probably get totally bodied here, but that's okay. It's really just about the fun. And before I get going, I'll just point out too that this stage has one of my favorite tracks in the whole game. I think it actually is my favorite track in the whole game. I just love it. The whole level and the music and all of it just feels like October to me. It feels like Halloween. Feels like Castlevania. It's all these things. Feels like everything apparently. But I love it. So without further ado, we'll get into it. Oh, I know why my defense went down now. It's because I picked up a two-handed sword. I don't have my shield anymore. Oh well, that's okay.
I see you.
Tons of detail in this stage, by the way. More so than in the other ones, I think. There's a lot going on here. You've got the big sky in the background, right? The thunderstorm going on. You see lightning flashes, and occasionally you'll actually see some lightning strikes through the windows there. And then, like this room, for example, look at all the cobwebs on all the furniture and the paintings on the wall and stuff. I love it. It's great. There's so much awesome detail there. Oh, and I gotta go fight the succubus here. That was a quick fight, I know. One hit kill. Ooh, she dropped something. I got what was that, a turquoise stud? I didn't even read what I picked up, I just saw it after the fact. Crap. I can't be taking hits. There's no spot to heal on this map. There's a couple of pickups that you can get actually to heal you, but there are these spots on all the other maps where you can kind of change your equipment if you want to and utilize healing items, and there isn't one on this map.
Come forth.
Happy with the damage that my sword's doing, though. Not too bad. A lot of these enemies took 2 hits before, and now they're going down in 1. Shot there. There we go. So notice when Alucard lands here on this pile of books, because I'm in a library now, that's what this is. I love all the little sheets of paper that go tossing up. Like I said, there's a lot going on here. I know it's a lot of reused assets, a lot of old pixelated stuff when it's blown up here, but I still think it looks great, and I love all the little details. This is one of my favorite rooms here. Look at how just all the piles of books. Just books, books, books. Really tall room. 3 levels of windows. Just endless shelving with books. It reminds me a lot of the library in Symphony of the Night. They didn't quite have you walking on a floor made out of books and stuff, but there was just giant rooms with shelving, just tons and tons of shelving loaded with books. Really sells you on the idea that you're in this giant mansion. Also, I love when I'm landing here in this like treasure room. There's all kinds of gold and jewels and stuff kind of getting kicked up as Alucard walks and jumps and lands on things. Mimic there. Don't want to mess with him. Oh crap. He's trying to take a shortcut. And I'm paying for it. Oh well, I didn't take too much damage there at least. I got almost full health. Pretty happy with how things are looking right now. Dracula's a tough fight. I want to go in there with as much HP as I can, and I for God's sake, I don't want to use my super potion before that fight. So if I have nothing to use when I get down in health against him, then I'm really screwed. There's no way I'll win at that point. I'm just gonna charge through this guy. There we go. They just sit and take 1 damage every time you hit them, and it takes forever to put them down, so I didn't want to bother with that. That's my cool little special move from my sword. I should use that more. Summon the Dawn Warriors.
Come, my son. Let us embrace.
Bring it, Dracula.
Playtime is over. Give me power.
Ah, crap, I got caught. Oh, can't always read what he's gonna do. This is like one of the easier forms too. I should not be taking hits right now. Alright, final form here. Now I'm going to have a hell of a time dodging his full screen attacks here. It's really tough. Oh god, no, I'm not going to make it. now I can't hurt him. A little bit of time here. There we go, now I can get in there again. Oh, this is gonna be bad, this is gonna be bad! Ah, tough. Super tough. He's got these full screen attacks like that one that killed me. And plus my gear's not that great. I don't have the best defensive stuff on right now, so those are hard to survive. They've got one, or he's got one more attack actually that you didn't get to see him use on me. That's super powerful. It's like a big explosion, takes up most of the screen. Very hard to dodge that one too. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off a little bit, talk about it, and kind of share it with everybody. I hope maybe it's piqued your interest if you didn't already know about it, or if you did, maybe it's gotten you feeling like you should revisit it. It's a good time. It's really underappreciated. And like I mentioned earlier, if you can get some people to play it locally with you, it can be a really fun couch co-op game. It can be a good game for people who like to sit around and play games together. I wouldn't necessarily say a party game, right? That's not for... Definitely not a great one for casual players, I don't think, since there's the aspect of getting the loot and, you know, you're going to want to be equipping the different items and stuff, and everybody's going to be kind of starting from level 0, right? So, like, my Alucard, he's got 4.5 hours in with the gear that he's got, but I've got all these other characters where if I invited friends over and they wanted to play one of them, they would have only the most basic bare stuff, bare bones equipment, and that can be tough, especially in the beginning, because every hit you take is just way more punishing at that level. So wouldn't recommend it for people who are super casual when you have that kind of gathering. But for people who are into playing this and making it like a thing that you kind of revisit and put some time into, absolutely. Anyway, I will stop going on about it here, and thanks again for checking this one out and tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.